The entire infinite universe is present in every one of our breaths. Every breath that has ever moved through an organic body with a respiratory system has been and will be completely unique to every other breath. Infinite variations and irregularities alter the rhythmic flow of our breathing patterns. Each breath is completely interconnected with our entire embodied experience. All the physical happenings within our body, neurons firing and heart rate pulses, the pain in a specific region, and the digestion process in our guts, the chill in our fingertips and the blink of the eyes. But our embodied experience is far more than our physical body alone. The breath is entwined with our mood and ever-changing flux of our emotions, what we're thinking about in any given moment, our worries and anticipations, our memories and desires. The breath arises with every infinite and inseparable element of our experience. This places us in the center of our individuated experience. But we are not isolated in our embodied individuality. We are beings embedded in a cosmic story, a story of continual process and change. Every one of my breaths is simultaneously interconnected with the entire universe. Every inhale that moves through my body corresponds with the minute shifts in the gases of Neptune and the dust clouds of a nebula millions of light years away. Every exhale that moves through my body sings with the dance of quantum particles deep within the structure of my lungs and the pings of messages flying through my nervous system. The micro and the macro are harmonized in the durational experience of time. The breath can teach us indefinitely about time. Meditation offers a modality to access these teachings. Extensive research has been conducted around quantifying the meditative experience, following respiratory rates, brain activity, and how meditation changes one's overall experience. My focus sets much of this information aside and zeroes in on the fractal patterning of breathing in correlation with the subjective experience of time. Fractals are patterns that appear across scales of existence, necessarily including irregularities. The breath is both irregularity and regularity, an interplay of continuity and novelty in every moment. The breath is both time and timelessness. The rhythms emerge temporally and also open to a spaciousness of infinite detail impossible to fully encapsulate. The breath is centered within the body, mingling the external and the internal, blurring boundaries between self and other, drawing a life force from the atmosphere swirling all around the body. The breath reaches out to touch upon all of existence beyond the self, providing life force for the plants and trees, sending vibratory rhythms swimming across the surfaces of the ecological and humanly constructed landscape. Every breath participates in the temporal evolution of beingness. The rhythmic patterns of the breath propel space-time in a harmonized symphony shot through with regularity and variation. Fractal relationality emerges between the single breath and the patterns of breath. When I sit in meditation, I can closely attune to the rise and fall of a single breath moving through me. I can hone in on the minute shifts within my body, my thoughts and feelings, my sense of being and spatial relationship with the world. That single breath contains infinite information to open to. This requires microscopic attention. Or I can soften this intensely specific attention and open to the rhythmic flow, sensing how the inhale naturally falls into the exhale, which then feeds into the inhale. My body dances with the motion. During meditation, I can feel the breath as defining my sense of self. I am this rhythm. This rhythm is me. My body breathes. Often as the minutes pass, or as the rhythm settles into a felt sense of greater regularity, a shift happens. I am being breathed. The universe breathes through me. Sometimes, further into a period of meditation, The I softens and begins to fall away. The self becomes the rhythm. The I becomes a fractal expression of the cosmic whole, a detailed component of the all, an expression of time birthed into form to experience time. I am time, and I am timelessness. Everything in existence across all scales is a fractal expression of time, harmonized with the unity of a time cosmos. I am being time within the time being. I breathe in time, and time breathes me. Time, Carrie Welch writes, always runs into the notion of infinity. Fractals may offer a way to visualize the infinite nature of time as experienced within the finite bounds of a moment. Fractals offer a way to see the finite within the infinite within the finite. Fractals show the relationship between the rhythm of a single breath and the rhythm of breathing over a period of time. We are living embodiments of fractal expression brought to life through the temporal spiral of existence. But we are not fractal expressions in isolation. We experience ourselves within a world imbued with complexities, each of which affects and alters our experience and sense of beingness. We entrain with the world around us, matching the rhythms of the landscape. We move at a speed relative to our size and shape, formulated to maximize efficiency, and situate in a way that we can exist in a social world, not only with our fellow humans, but with the whole ecology. The rhythms of my breath are quite similar to the rhythms of your breath, and of most humans. Our bodies are such that the regularity allows for embodied life as we know it. But my bodily rhythms shift depending on my environment, my memories and history, my social positioning, and my emotional engagement and moods. David Abram writes in The Spell of the Sensuous, each place has its own dynamism, its own patterns of movement, and these patterns engage the senses and relate them in particular ways, instilling particular moods and modes of awareness. My breathing during a meditation period sitting at home, surrounded by trees in a fairly unpeopled landscape, varies tremendously from my breathing during a meditation period sitting in the zendo of a building, surrounded by urban noise and activity. My body relaxes in the quiet of the woods, and my body tenses a bit in the vibrant motion of a city. And my breathing directly responds to my bodily experience, further complexifying the fractal relationality between self and world. The internal and the external weave together to form the fabric of my experience, conveyed through the changeable rhythms of my breath. The breath can be an indicator of my experience, and my experience can be an indicator of my breath. Breath is time, finite and infinite, rhythmic and flowing, effortless and beyond consciousness. Shinshu Roberts writes in her book, Being Time, time is the medium in which our being is manifest. This medium is not different from this being. If we think of time as a separate entity from ourself, then we are going to place ourselves within that structure sequentially. We are time itself. Time resides within the essential nature of our being. All of existence is manifest in a unified state of temporal becoming. And every expression of existence experiences time subjectively, merging temporality and timelessness together in every moment. Our attention point offers us a way to toggle between temporality and timelessness at will. The breath is an attention point which opens both to temporal rhythms within time and extends into an infinite, rhythmic, timeless expansion. I am breathing. There is an I and an other situated in time. The universe breathes me. The I and the other are unified and expressing in a timeless dimension of presence. Both are true simultaneously. Attuning to the breath, whether during meditation or not, allows for the expanded sense of self to dance with the unified cosmic happenings, for the self to open into the embodied moment, and for the self to soften into an interconnected pulsing of becoming. Centering ourselves in the timelessness of the rhythms of breathing, readily accessible in any moment, can give us the opportunity to see through or beyond the noise of a world that can feel terrifying, beyond our control, and rife with separation and fragmentation. This centering can support us in finding ease in our bodies, surrendering to the moment arising just as it is, and in finding the freedom beyond the confines of a linear clock time, which awaits to dictate and control our experience. We are a fractal expression unfolding in time, entraining with the happenings all around us, infinitely complex and utterly unique in our individuality, yet always embedded within a unified cosmos, supporting our very existence.